Alrighty, Friday, June 14th. Taking a look at ES here for a quick session recap. Now, the main watch this morning, what we had discussed during the pre-market prep live stream, was to see how price responded, how price traded versus that prior day low, that 5,400 downside reference point. We had talked about the Fibonacci retracement from Tuesday's low up into Wednesday's high, that FOMC high right through there, and how price was trading almost down into that 50% retracement. One of the comments that I had made was we really want to see how price responds to this area of support right through here that was being built out during the pre-market, that overnight session. Right. So you have kind of an undercut of the prior day low right through here. So if that prior day low can then hold as support, most likely price can trade up into that near-term range high, up into this 54.45 upside level of interest. Now, it did not quite get there, kind of petering out here near that 54.30 ES, definitely not showing as much strength as we have seen in NQ. Take a look at the structure here as well. We still have a series of lower highs as well as lower lows. And that structure, at least this near-term structure here, is not going to be negated until price trades up through that 54.45. So some decent action today in ES, my main watch, and some of the better opportunities that I had personally seen materialized versus that prior day's low. If we take a look at the 5-minute regular trading hours chart here, this kind of gives the best visual of what I'm talking about. Here's that prior day low, right through there. Take a look at that first test of the prior day low right through here, right around 10:12 a.m. Right, you got a test of the prior day low, 54.09 area. Price bounces almost 14 points. Got another test of that prior day low, right, with an undercut of the previous intraday low. Can consider that a Wyckoff spring. Price gives initially a 16-point bounce and then makes a fresh session high, 20-point bounce, right? From there, the structure kind of builds out a series of higher lows. Overall, this kind of action here later in the morning, later in the afternoon, not really action that you want to be trading. Best opportunities, definitely with strong location being that prior day low, these two bounces, and then this higher low opportunity near that 54.15 level of interest, all giving some good long setups here within ES for the session. Now, as far as what we'll be looking at on Monday, let me delete these drawings off my chart here. Then let's get back into this 15-minute chart. So the main thing to keep an eye on here is how this structure continues to build out. You can kind of treat this like a bit of a range, even though it is technically showing that downtrend, right? Series of lower highs, series of lower lows. It is a very wide downtrend, which is giving the characteristics of a range. So we're just going to kind of keep an eye on how this continues to build out. Overall, the setups that we have been seeing, as well as the structure that we have been seeing in NQ, is much more favorable. So my focus continues to be on NQ. If you are looking at ES, you like trading ES, you want to be keeping an eye on this 54.30 level of interest. Has been an area that has been respected over the past couple of sessions. Now, I have mentioned over the past couple of days, Wednesday and Thursday, that we didn't have a lot of levels of interest to work with. They were mostly just reference points. Now that this structure is building out, that has kind of changed. We definitely have some true levels of interest. So you'll see that reflected on my chart. 54.30 here, 54.45, and then that 54.15 as well. So we'll kind of see how this continues to build. Overall, buyers are looking for that move up through that 54.45 to kind of retest the highs here. Now, next week is expected to be a slower week. We do have some key economic prints, but nothing that is expected to show huge volatility like an NFP or a CPI or anything like that. And the market is closed on Wednesday. So I am definitely expecting a bit of a slower week next week, especially compared to what we've had these past couple of weeks. Most likely, one of the main kind of scenarios that I have in mind is just for continued range trading, right? Something along the lines of this right through here. Monday, definitely most likely going to be that inside day. Tuesday, expect some more low volume, right? Wednesday, market is closed. And then Thursday and Friday, kind of expecting more of the same. Nothing really on the economic calendar there that is major, unless there is some breaking news or some print that comes out that is out of line, kind of away from expectations. Then lower volatility week should be expected. And with that, as always, you want to make sure that you're trading really strong setups. Let's jump over to NQ. Now, NQ, definitely take a look at this structure, how much cleaner it is, right? There's undeniably a better structure to be working with. What we were looking at for today here in NQ was same type of approach as we talked about in ES. You want to see how this lower area of support holds. Now, NQ not showing that undercut that we saw in ES. You just see NQ come into that prior day low, that 19,500 downside level of interest, build out this kind of area of support right through here during the pre-market session. And again, I had mentioned, we want to see, can this structure, can this potential low that is being built here continue to hold? The answer was yes. Price holds that area of near-term support, that prior day low, that 19,500 level, right? Trades up into the near-term range high. So it's the primary scenario that we talked about yesterday during the session recap and kind of reiterated this morning. And so now the range has become a lot more clear, right? Going to continue to look at action pretty much within this area. And same type of idea applies here for NQ as far as expecting that slower week for next week. So market is closed on Wednesday. Monday's typically a slower day. Then you'll have Tuesday, the day before the holiday. So can't expect a lot of volume with that session. Thursday, we'll have some economic data. And then Friday, we also have the contract roll. So broadly speaking, I mean, we may see some range expansion type of action, right? But broadly speaking, just expecting continued range trading here into next week. Remember, anytime price shows that big leg higher, needs to take a breather, right? Big leg higher, needs to take a breather. Same type of concept. We see it over and over and over again. So that's kind of the idea here for both NQ and ES. NQ, the levels on watch are 19,500 by 19,700 currently. That is currently the near-term range as NQ kind of retests that all-time high here into the close. So hope everyone had a great day, great trading week. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to shoot me a DM. In the Traders Think Tank, DMs will be open all weekend. Happy to help out if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you Monday morning. Take care.